My name is Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. I got 3 beauties today. 2 of them are from Bane. We got a Sunny Blaze Beetle. Lovely. Wait till you see it up close. And a Crinkle Orange, which is just the coolest looking pod. I love the name too. And then I've got another Warthog. And we're gonna find out if this thing is a fluke. I really don't think it is. And you know the other thing that occurred to me? I don't know if it's occurred to anybody watching. If it has, I know somebody probably noticed it. The phenotypes are all so close. This seems like a stable pod. Or he just picked 4 that were just identical. But this to me looks like he stabilized this already. And I don't know, man, I'm telling you. Here's the thing, this could be the hottest pod I've ever had. The thing about it is, I've eaten primatalis, which are typically the hottest, they're hotter than anything else. I've eaten some this season, but they were early season peppers. Now, peppers in the beginning of the pepper season aren't quite as hot, and peppers at the very end of the season aren't quite as hot. So I don't know if, I'm gonna get more of these from Matthew Arthur as the season progresses, but I think we're going to find out today. The thing that's unique about this pod is that it climbs, hits the peak, and then plateaus for a while. It's done that to me several times, so I don't know if it's a fluke or not. We're going to find out. All right, so I'm going to show you these pods. I'm going to take pictures of them because they're just so cool looking. Hang on just a minute, guys. Sorry. All right, so here's the first one I'm gonna eat is gonna be the yellow one. It's Sunny Blaze Beetle. And it's just a gorgeous pepper. Bumpy and beautiful and just, I mean, that's gorgeous to me. I don't know. Geeking out, I'm a pepper geek. That's just so cool. You know, the bewilderment I used to get as a kid looking at a book about stars or galaxies. I get that as an adult looking at peppers. They all look different. They burn different. They're all I really like peppers, man. All right, so the book is so close to being done. It's not funny. I still have editing to do, but. Okay, I'm gonna grab a picture here for Instagram because these are pretty. Wait till I show you the inside of this thing. It's a beautiful aroma. It's fruity. Now, here we go. Are you ready for the reveal? Look at that. Beautiful pepper, huh? Nice size placenta, vein running the entire length. It's thin walled, kind of oily. Fairly decent amount of seeds considering it's so small. But I'll tell you, part of me wants to cut this thing open and save every seed out of it. I'm sure Matthew would let me. I've never ever saved a seed out of a pepper, not one time in 6,000. I'm 40 videos away from hitting 6,000. I want to take the seeds out of this. I'm not going to, but I'm tempted. I know Matthew would let me, but I'm still not going to do it. All right, so here's the Sunny Blaze Beetle. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Kind of odd. Wait till I tell you this. It was fruity, but here's the weird thing about that. Sometimes you get peppers that will have sweetness to them, but those are the like sweetness and some of the other notes like bitter and floral, but sweetness dissipates the quickest, I think. And if you're gonna get a pod that there's some sweetness to it, it's usually right up front. Sweet doesn't show up after you've chewed it. It's just not something that really happens. I chewed that for a little bit, and then I got some sweetness, and that's kind of weird. Usually sweet is there and goes away. It doesn't arrive and then go away. You know what I mean? It was fruity, slightly sweet a little bit after I chewed it up a little bit, and then it kind of faded away. There was no floral notes. It wasn't really citrusy, but it was fruity and a little bit of sweetness in there. The heat on it, it's got a tongue burn. Just my tongue. My throat's fine. The only spot it's burning is really the front part of my tongue. Man, I slept really good last night. I had a great sleep. I'm gonna wait a second to see if it builds anymore. If you're a non-chili, if you don't eat chilies and it's not your thing, and you just ate the pepper I ate, you'd be panicking. A chili head would find that to be, like if you like chilies and this is your gig, it's your get down, that would be probably a 7 and up, and there'd be people that would call it a 6. All right, so let me show you the inside of the Crinkle orange. All right, ready for the big reveal, people? It's got a gorgeous exterior, right? Super bumpy, right? Just look at that, grotesque. Here's the reveal, you ready? Very, very thick placenta, big placenta on a pod that size. And I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but right here on the upper portion, right here, you can see capsaicin oils starting to bleed from the, you see it? It's kind of cool. The calyx or the placenta is bleeding. Pith is another word. Pith. Instead of calling it the placenta, you can go with pith if you want. Because some people, and it was weird with me. When I first started, I was like, sorry, what? What did you call that? What? It's placenta. That's what it is. All right, the Crinkle orange. It's Crinkle, look at it. That was more mild in flavor. Not so, I'm not sure about the heat yet, but it wasn't a strong flavor. It was slightly fruity. The first one was much juicier than the last one. All right, so the burn that was initially focused right on my tongue from the Sunny Blaze Beetle is now in my throat due to the Crinkle orange. So the heat's moved to my throat. I think it's about the same heat as the first one, maybe slightly less hot than the first one. I think the Sunny Blaze Beetle was a little warmer. The sting was a little bit more intense, but they're just in different locations. So if you're somebody who doesn't like a throat burn, then the Crinkle orange will bother you more. Some people don't mind the mouth burn as much, but the throat burn bothers them. So if you're somebody that doesn't really like the throat burn, then the Crinkle Orange is going to be tougher on you. If you're somebody who doesn't really care, then your tongue is going to burn more from the Sunny Blaze Beetle, if that makes any sense at all. All right, those are from Kevin Bane. There it is. The Warthog. But if you, man, go back and look at the other videos. The phenotype is wildly looking stable. I've had 4 of them, and they all look virtually the same. All right, so here we go. I'm going to cut this. This is from Matthew Arthur. It's a 7-pot Primo crossed with a Warthog. The 7-pot Primo is a Troy Primo creation. Really good friend of mine, actually. And the Warthog is Matthew Arthur's creation. Wow. Hang on a minute, people. All right. You guys ready for the big reveal of the Warthog? This is the hottest pepper that I've eaten this season. A little history. The first box, I got this in one box, I had 4 of them. The first time I ate one, I was really stunned by it. Surprised me, floored me. It was so hot. It peaks and then plateaus. And I thought, well, just a fluke. It's a rogue pepper. So I ate another one, and wow. And then I ate another one, and wow. And all 3 times I've eaten them, they peaked and plateaued. Meaning they don't just do this and do that, which is what peppers do. They burn, and they come down. This thing went up, burned, and kept burning, and then came down. So that's an exciting thing to have happen to a pepper. And wait till you see the interior of this thing. You ready? The Warthog from Matthew Arthur. Look at that. Very, very oily interior. Relatively symmetrical inside. Big placenta, especially on this side. Lots of seeds. Well, you know what? I'm going to take some seeds from this right now. And I'm going to ask Matthew Arthur, and if he says no, that he doesn't want me to, then I'm going to just eat them. But this is a pepper. And for those that said, oh, he took out the seeds, there's no heat in the seeds, people. But that's, now, I'm going to ask Matthew if I can keep those seeds. If he says I can, I will. If he says not to, I'm going to eat them. I promise. Hand to God, I wouldn't lie to Matthew. Wouldn't lie to you. If he says, no problem, Johnny, you can have those seeds, have fun with it. I think that's the kind of guy he is. That I'm gonna, and just so you know, almost 6,000 videos, I've never, ever, ever really had been inclined to do that. But this, so here we go. The Warthog by Matthew Arthur. Super fresh. It was fruity, slightly bitter and slightly floral, but that picked up about halfway through. So those were not notes that were up front. Up front was just kind of fruity. It's just a wicked pepper. I mean, just instantly, the heat change is so dramatic. It made my eyes water. Oh, I'm telling you. Wicked hot pepper. Excuse me. Pepper burp. I want to show you what I removed. That. Those are seeds from the Warthog. If Matthew says it's okay, I'm going to grow them. If not, I will eat those in the next video. It's just a scorcher. It's still climbing. Throat burn. It's just attacking my throat. That's a very, very common thing. It's kind of how it works. When you have 7-pot primos, they tend to burn your throat. It's just the way it works. I think that's fascinating. These 3 peppers all burned in different places. The first one, the Sunny Blaze Beetle, burned in my tongue. Sizzled it. The Crinkle Orange went to my throat. And, but didn't stay as long. I guess they did burn in different places because the Warthog is the throat burn, but it is climbing still. Okay, the good thing about it is this. We're way past thinking it's a fluke. I've had 4 of them, and every one of them has just been a brutally hot pepper. So, no fluke. I think he may have it stabilized, or he just selected 4 of the closest looking pods he had. But wow. And you know another quality it does? And it's not a fluke, I'm telling you. It's got that pulsating burn. Well, that doesn't happen all the time. It should be called the Warthog Pulse, because that thing pulses, man. Wicked hot pepper. If you're not accustomed to hot stuff, that's not even something you want to think about. It would just be traumatic for you. For real, it'd be a traumatic experience. But here's the thing. You'd survive it, and you would remember that until the day you die. I promise that. You would. That's a hot pepper, man. I'm not even joking you. It's a wicked hot pepper. I was talking to Tom Broom yesterday. I told him this is the most exciting new pepper. The last time I got this jacked up about a pepper was the Primatale. Because I've been eating peppers for years, right? And then if this pepper comes around, Primatale, it's like instantly like, wait a minute, what is that? Just instant ridiculous heat. So much different. Like the second you eat, you're like, wow, okay, that's different. It hits different. Haven't had that experience in years. It's been, what, since 2020 is when I got the first, 2020 is when I ate the first Primatale. So 4 years now. In 4 years, which is half the length of my channel. We're about 8 years old. So it's been 4 years since I've eaten a pepper that's been this exciting. And you know what? The truth is, it would have been that exciting if it was a one rogue pepper and it burned me like that. But every single time, it just screams to it's a very, very abrupt climb versus a slow creeping climb like a ghost pepper. So it's very violent, a very abrupt climb. It's been peaked for a while. It's just burning. It's just doing this. It's pulsating peak. And man, a pulsating peak, PPP, pulsating plateau peak, or whatever. That is a hot pepper, Matthew Arthur. So listen, Kevin Bane is a great grower. He's got some wonderful peppers. I really like both of these. I think they bake the Orange Crinkle and the Sunny Blaze Beetle. They would make great sauces and powders. And salsas too, probably. But the Warthog, I am so past wondering if that's just a fluke. Is it really a hot pod? Just wicked exciting. Here's the fun part. I can't wait. And I mean this now. I can't wait until apparently somebody else has eaten one of these. I don't know who it was. I can't remember. Somebody left it in a comment. I can't wait till other reviewers start eating this pepper so you can see other people react to it. Because I'm not like I'm broken and I still talk and I don't lose my composure. And if you didn't know me, like, he didn't eat anything hot. I'm burning silly right now. So I can't wait to see somebody else eat one of these just to see the reaction. I'm telling you guys, it's a absolutely absurdly hot pepper. I'm going to reach out to Matthew again, and I'm going to see if maybe another month I can get some more, and I'm going to see if I can time it so I have some chocolate Primatale and some of the Warthog at the same time and do a side-by-side in peak season. They burn differently too. I'm telling you, if we ever got a chocolate Warthog, wow. Can you imagine, Matthew? Anyway, it's on its way down. It's just a ferociously hot pepper. Like, it is a hot pepper. I'm just excited for the chili world. It's a good thing for the chili world. It's a good thing for other chili heads. It's a great thing for Matthew and Carla. They're great people. I love them. I'm happy for them. But wow, is that a great pepper. I thought about this last night. I was like, last night, look at the peppers I'm gonna get. I'm like, I'm gonna do the orange crinkle. I'm gonna do the sunny blaze. And I was like, I still have one more Warthog. Excuse me. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Matthew Arthur and Kevin Bane, those are the growers in today's peppers. In the description box, you'll see a link for them. Please check it out. On the bottom, you're gonna see my son, Johnny Scoble Jr. and the Lifeboat. Great channels. And up on top, Pepperology. We're going to school and learning about peppers. That's what you think it is. It's geared towards brand new people. So if you just got excited about peppers and you got the bug and you're ordering boxes or you're wanting to and this looks cool, check out Pepperology. There's a lot of stuff about terminology and raising your tolerance and stuff that new chili heads ask questions about all the time. So please go check that out. And then the other one is all the challenges I've done, including that one 2 days ago, the chocolate one. That was wicked. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys. I'm Johnny Scoble, and this was Chase the Heat.